Hi, Kenny Long here, and I want to talk to you about rain gutters. With the recent heavy rains in South Texas, many of us have come to realize that the rain gutters on our homes either don't work or simply just don't exist, destroying flower beds and just creating a mess. Let me tell you about Curtis McCluskey with Advanced Rain Control. He is your go-to guy for seamless gutters, cleanouts, and repairs. Serving San Antonio and the surrounding areas with over 25 years experience, Curtis will get you a quality rain control gutter system on your home at a quality price. Contact Curtis at 210-863-9881 for your free quote today. That's 210-863-9881. Don't get caught in the rain without a quality gutter system on your home. From Advanced Rain Control, call Curtis today at 210-863-9881 and tell him Kenny Long sent you.
Points, cash, gear, sports. With a Dick's Scorecard, you earn points on all your purchases and get 3% back in rewards and access to exclusive deals and events. It's simple. Points lead to cash to buy gear so you can play more sports. Get your Dick's Scorecard and start earning reward certificates today. Every season starts at Dick's.
Breaking new gate.
You're listening to Taifa Radio on the Taifa Sports Network. Time for the best youth sports radio show. You're listening to The Zone. Here's your host of the show, Kenny Long. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to The Zone here on Taifa Radio. Had a cord that wasn't plugged in. Had to switch it around and plug it in. Sorry about that. So welcome to The Zone here on Taifa Radio. Wednesday, August 30th, 2017, where normally tonight we would have been getting ready for the start of the regular season here on September 2nd. Unfortunately, we have had an unprecedented weather event that has occurred here, particularly in the Houston area. But this, and I want to make sure we don't forget everybody who's been affected. I want to shout out to the Icon Raiders out there in Victoria. They have been pretty well affected as well due to Hurricane Harvey, as they kind of took the brunt of the hurricane force down there near the Gulf Coast. Victoria being just off from Corpus Christi and Rockport. Port A, all that area there completely devastated from the hurricane force, where in the Houston area here and even up in here in Brenham, it was the rain. It was the constant heavy deluge of rain that has turned the city of Houston into a gigantic lake. But shout out to those people, and of course our thoughts and prayers for everybody being affected by Hurricane Harvey, whether it be from the landfall of hurricane force or the rains that have continued even into today, have continued. I know Port Arthur down in Houston, the south side part of Houston, has really taken a major hit. The rain continued throughout the day, so I think a levee broke. Created massive flooding in the Port Arthur area. We were watching the news earlier today, and just the heartbreak of the pictures coming out. Someone sent me a picture on Facebook today of I-10 out near Winnie, Texas, which wasn't far from Port Arthur. It was there was actually waves on I-10. It was like looking at a picture of the ocean and something floating in the ocean. It looked completely backwards than what it should have been. So it's been a very, very tragic week, the last weekend into this week, and it's going to continue. It's going to take a lot of time to really recover for this, particularly the Houston area and those affected down on the coast from landfall from Hurricane Harvey. Looking at the Facebook page, I know I got a lot of people popping on prayers from the Texas Sun Devils. Texas Giants are in the house. The Seahawks. East Houston Longhorns are here. I understand East Houston Longhorns suffered a lot of damage, loss of equipment. I think many of their families lost their homes, lost their belongings. We're going to hear about this kind of stuff all probably throughout the next week, if not longer. We're going to talk to Lisa Cannell a little bit later on with the TIFA board. She's got some information on what TIFA is doing to try to help with our organizations, particularly in the Houston area and also those in Victoria, the Icon Raiders, anybody else who's been affected in the TIFA family, because that's what it is one big family. There's a lot of other organizations that are getting involved. I know teams out of the Killeen chapter, the Killeen Cove Chiefs, the Bell County Blaze, and others. I think we're trying to organize something. They may be working with TIFA at this point now that TIFA has stepped in and is trying to get some things. We'll get more information from Lisa a little bit later on, as she's going to let us know what it is that TIFA is doing to help those affected. So it's been a kind of a remorseful show, and I don't want to do that too much, but I mean, we gotta face the reality of what's occurred. This is a little bit bigger than football right now. Cypress Mustangs in the house, Mission Mustangs, prayers being sent up by the Texas Giants. Thank you very much. Bell County Blaze, of course, sending up their respective prayers. Minnesota Vipers, minor league football team up in Minnesota, they're sending prayers. So we're getting a lot of comments and prayers, and even people wanting to help from all over the nation, and that is really heartwarming to see. I've said plenty of these messages. Minnesota Vipers minor league football team, thank you so much. Sending down your prayers, and Junior Falcons sending prayers. Galveston County Seahawks, I know they're sending their prayers. I guarantee you they've had very many of their people affected. It's been a very, very rough week. Here at Brenham, here at the TIFA Radio Studios, we fared through it fairly well. We got over 24 inches of rain in that period of time. We didn't have any flooding here locally at my house. I'm actually sat in a pretty good spot. Even though having a lake on the backside of the house, the lake drains out the backside of the property, so it doesn't come near me at all. But I think there was some minor flooding within the downtown area, Brenham, that they had to deal with. But for the most part, we kind of escaped a bullet there. The biggest place to got it was Houston. Houston really got decimated with the rain. West Texas Silverbacks sending out prayers. Prayer for Houston East Side. Yeah, all over the place. Prayers from the Live Oak Jaguars. Everybody's standing strong here for our Houston chapter, and that it's a great feeling to see that going on. I understand the Icon Raiders they've got no power right now where they were at. One of the coaches reached out to me earlier and wanted to know if I was doing a show tonight, which I told him, and he said that the kids were waiting for the show, that they're all ready to go. Happy to do it. Happy to listen in. So a great I hope you guys enjoy the show. I know it's going to be a little rough getting through. I know everybody was expected to play football this weekend, and just as much as I was. I was all set, ready to go, was hoping to get a game day broadcast for the first week and get somewhere. First week game days always seem to be the best. The last year I had the fantastic matchup between the Junior Broncos and the Texas Storm. I think it was the year before last, week one broadcast, and it was a fantastic game. I'd love to get those kind of start things off to start the season, and we'll still do that. Don't forget to you can email me at Kenny, KENNIE.long@TIFA.com. That's Kenny.long@TIFA.com. If you're interested in having TIFA Radio for game day, let me know. We'll send you the information that you need to get done, and we'll definitely get that set up. I know I've had several organizations already reach out. We've sent them the information because we will get this season off. I saw a question flash across a little while ago regarding TIFA backing the season up 1 week, except for West Texas. West Texas is still playing this weekend. And I think it was somebody from the Dallas chapter asking why are they having to back up? I don't have that answer. I can tell you that right off the bat. I'm not even going to pretend to know the answer to that. It may have to do with the fact that maybe some of the teams having to come to play here, and I think it was a travel aspect issue. No one wanting anybody to be on the roads right now Not sure who was affected, where they'd have to travel, things of that nature. And I'm just speculating. I'm just speculating at this point, but that would be my guess. Special prayer and thank you to Rusty Knoll and the Cajun Navy for their selfless dedication. Jim Brewster, you are absolutely correct. He has been all over social media and not that, trying to tout any horns, but he's been out there looking for people and has been in communication with people via social media, via Facebook and Twitter. And then Rusty Knoll and the Cajun Navy came into Houston with their boats and have been out there doing nothing but rescuing people from their flooded homes. You've seen this all over Houston going on. Southeast Texas Oilers, they're in the Beaumont area, praying for everyone in our community as well as everyone else who has been affected. They've been affected by this. All the prayers coming in. Capital Area Junior Wranglers sending prayers up for those affected. It's been a very rough week. It's been very heartbreaking to see some of the stories and some of the things that I've been hearing. That's coming out of Houston, and hopefully we can recover the flood. It's not over yet. That's probably the worst thing. It's not over yet. We're even my concern is even next week getting games off in Houston. Are the fields going to be available? Are they going to be dry enough? Are they going to be? Is the water going to recede fast enough for these fields to be available? Just to get these kids. I know they're really looking forward to playing football. It was kind of something that we'll talk a little bit later. We're going to talk to the Houston chapter director, Avron Tribune, who's going to kind of give us insight. He's been talking to all of the Houston organizations on how they're feeling right now, how they're doing, what they're asking for. There's the things that they're asking for, just kind of letting us know what they're at. But the one thing he told me is the one thing they're looking for is playing football. And we're going to talk about that and get through that information. I'm looking at all the messages coming across here on the Facebook page, and I appreciate it. Also got the Typha Radio chat boxes up. Bronche White, Clean Trojans are there. Galveston County Seahawks again. Tristan Sanders, thank you for joining us here. So a lot of great stuff coming your way. There's going to be a makeup certification. That was announced a little earlier today in San Antonio. It's going to be at the San Antonio Event Center. They are going to be there in one of those small rooms. Do some makeup certifications, first come, first serve. Plus, coaches can go there, particularly, I guess, the San Antonio coaches or anybody that want to go up through that way to pick up their footballs. Their football orders are in, so that's going to be taken care of there. So make sure you, if you need to get anybody certified that wasn't able to get it during this storming that went on, I know they did some certification on Sunday at Stevens High School. I think they managed to get it back open after San Antonio was pretty much spared from this storm. But I know a lot of people were not able to get there. So there's another opportunity for you. San Antonio Event Center, I think it starts at 10 a.m. And let me see if I can pull up that information for you. From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Saturday, September 2nd, at the San Antonio Event Center. They're going to be in a little room with glass to the right of the main doorways. So make sure also when you get there, there's going to be a gun show going on. And they're being charged for parking. But if you tell them as you pull up that you are with Typha, and you're there for the certification in that small room, you're not going to the gun show, they should waive the parking fee. So that may be a good thing for you to do as you get there to get your child and your player taken care of. Atascosa Aggie sending up prayers. CTX4 Texans teaming up, teams and small businesses teaming up to gather donations for those impacted. I've seen that one there. I've seen one, they're filling the truck initiatives that are going on. There was another one a message that I got earlier today. A message to the San Antonio chapter organizations. And this is something that was sent to me to kind of put out there. That this weekend they're going to be conducting a makeup certification at the San Antonio Event Center from 10 to 3. During that time, members of a ministry project called Love 24 are going to be out there accepting donations to the relief efforts in the Houston and Coastal Bend areas. Obviously, San Antonio was blessed to avoid the destruction Hurricane Harvey has inflicted on the fellow Texans, friends, and families. The affected also include our Taifa families in Houston, Beaumont, Galveston,